Well, welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us today for our virtual open enrollment fair session. During today's session, we'll be going over the PerkSpot Employee Discount Program. Before we get started, I'd like to brief everyone on a couple of housekeeping items. All attendees are muted and will be muted throughout the presentation. If you have a question, please type it in the chat box located on the lower right of your monitor. All questions will be answered in the end of the presentation. Be informed that if you type a question in the chat box, everyone attending the session will not see your question and your name. If you have a question that's confidential, please contact the Benefits Division. Lastly, today's webinar is being recorded. A copy of it will be posted on the Benefits Open Enrollment website. So at this time, I will turn it over to James Webb.
Perfect. Thank you, Carly. Hi, everybody. As Carly mentioned, my name is James. I am a senior account manager here at PerkSpot. Over the last 2 years or so, it's been my responsibility to make sure that everyone within your community has access to PerkSpot. They kind of know where to navigate themselves when they're on the site. And then obviously, if there's any questions or concerns with any discount codes or anything of that nature, that's where I come in as well. So today I'm going to do a very quick presentation here on PowerPoint. And kind of show you what PerkSpot's about. And then I plan to move over onto the site itself and do a quick demo about the different places that I think are the most important to use and utilize when you're on the site, and then also how to personalize the site for yourself as well. So give me a quick second here to get this going. All right, that's the homepage here. About PerkSpot. So we work with hundreds of companies throughout the nation. We were founded in 2006. Right now, the 750 number is not correct. I probably should have updated that. We're somewhere around 1,000 clients now. We work with over 19 million different people throughout the country. And so what we do, if people are not familiar, is we provide different discounts and different offers to the San Diego County community that you guys are able to use whenever you want. The way that we are unique is all of the discounts that we have on the site have been negotiated one-on-one with the different clients that we have. You'll see some of those here in a minute when I do a demo, but that is kind of how we separate ourselves from the Groupons and other things of that nature. So if you go on to Google and search for a particular discount within our site, you won't find it. The only way that you'll find it here is by using PerkSpot. As I said, one-stop shop for everything regarding employee discounts and perks. You will see when I'm on the site that it is a custom branded site for San Diego County. It'll have your colors, your logo, and then your perks, which I'll get into in a minute. It is, or the site itself does have the ability to be used on a smartphone, tablet, or the computer itself. And then there are perks built for you, which I'll get into again when we get to the demo itself. As you guys partner with PerkSpot, as I mentioned before, you do have the ability to work with me as well as the customer service team. My email address can be passed out when we are done here, but also cs@perkspot.com. I always recommend all of my clients to use when asking questions and concerns throughout the day, as they are a team of 10 and have the ability to get back to you a lot faster than myself. The other things on here that I mentioned before are the offers itself. So the merchant reliability and stability, that piece at the bottom, I think is very important to know that all of the offers that we have in there are legitimate. You should have no issue logging out. You should have no issue purchasing those items. You should have no issue getting your discount provided when you are going through the checkout. And if there is ever an issue, like I said, please reach out to our customer service team. And then this is what the homepage will look like. So I'm going to quickly stop sharing, move over to the site itself, and then get going within the demo. All right. This is what the login page for the County of San Diego looks like. You will see here, sdcounty.perkspot.com is what the URL is. You do have the ability to log in with your corporate email if you'd like to. The email address given to you by San Diego County, or you can use a personal email. So it is completely up to you if you want to create one to use at home or to use at work, or obviously for both. As you can see here, I have one for my work. So I sign in using this, and it will take me here to the home page once we get there.
James, while we're waiting, we do have a
Yes.
question.
Yeah,
How often are discounts negotiated?
it's a good question. It's a good question. So we are averaging at this point somewhere between, I think, 24 and 28 different discounts that are new coming on the site per week. So that's the average in terms of just new discounts. In terms of the discounts that perhaps expire, I don't know the average of how many expire per day. I don't believe it's that many, because we do have these contracts with these merchants of ours for a very long time, usually 5 to 10 years. And so if they were to expire for whatever reason, we would then work with our contact at said merchant to try and renegotiate, or if they just want to renew it, then we just go that route. But I hope I answered your question with the first part in terms of kind of the new discounts that we get on the site. As I was saying, in terms of after the little presentation I did, this is what your homepage will look like. So whatever you decided to log in with, whether it be your personal email or your work email, that will show up here. What I recommend when you come to the site before you do anything is click this little link here called My Interests. You will see the perks built for you that pop up. I suggest you do this first because typically you want to see discounts that are associated with your life and your interests. I just clicked random ones here. You have the ability to remove them. You have the ability to add others, whatever you choose. You can see here there are 25 different categories that you can choose from. So when you are done selecting the categories that you want to see discounts for, you'll come to the bottom. You'll select Got It. And when you actually select Got It, the recommended for you is where those discounts will appear. So there's only 4 that show up here, but throughout the times that you log in, you will see that those will change. And so you'll see different ones each time that you log in. Before I get into some of the links and some of the categories that I want to show you, I do just want to continue here on the homepage itself. So outside of the recommended for you, you will see on the left-hand side, most popular savings viewed by San Diego County employees. This changes roughly every 3 to 4 days, depending on if a particular discount gets into the top 5. So you can see here right now, Apple, Disneyland, Universal Studios, Enterprise, and Samsung are the top 5 discounts that the San Diego County community is looking at within the last, like I said, 3 to 4 days. Apple and Samsung, we see that across the board for a lot of our clients, are usually within the top 5 to 10. But if something changes on here, I think it's good for the community to see kind of what's trending, what other people within their community are looking at. And also, if people didn't know that a particular discount was associated with a merchant that is popular, it will more than likely show up there. The other thing I wanted to show you here towards the bottom is most popular categories, which I'll get into. But the top 5 right now for San Diego County employees are outdoors and rec, tickets and attraction, auto buying, home services, and electronics. You can find more about those categories right here. So if you are coming out here just to kind of look around, maybe you're in the market to go on a trip and you wanted to rent a car, obviously that category is here as well. For me specifically, personally in my life, I just moved. And so what I'm trying to do now is look for furniture, look for different things to put into my new home. And so there are obviously a lot of different categories that I could look through in here. Obviously home services. And the one thing that I really don't see that's on here, if I wanted to look for it, would be specifically maybe like couches or chairs or things of that nature. So if you come to this category page and you don't see something on here that you wanted to look into, what I do suggest is coming up here into the search section. So you can search you see here, categories, brands, offers, whatever you'd like. So as I showed before, couches technically weren't a category. So if you come in here and type in couch, you will see that we have 2 different brands that are associated with couches, Overstock and Sidetrack. So these are both things that I could look into to see what offers we have available to help with my new move. And so this is what I wanted to show you kind of tandem together. Is if you come to the category section, there's something you don't know is in there, or maybe you don't see as a category, please come into the search section, type that in, and we'll be able to show you everything on the site we have associated with that particular word. And then another thing on here that I think is useful as it relates to just everyone as an individual is perks near you. And so if you click on this, what our system has the ability to do is it has the ability to go by zip code and show you local discounts that are around your area. I'm located in Chicago, and so what I did is I typed in one of the more popular zip codes in the Chicagoland area, downtown, and as you can see here, there are a ton of discounts that we have locally that you have the ability to use. They are filtered by category, so you can see food, this is wellness, education, shopping, etc. down the line, and you have the ability to filter them kind of by clicking on this particular one. So you can see those are all there. If you get out of that one, you can see restaurants are all there. And so I bring this up to your team because San Diego, obviously a very large city within the country, I have to assume there are a very similar amount of discounts as you see here that are also in San Diego. And it's not just for where you live. So if you're on vacation to somewhere else in California, if you go anywhere else along the West Coast, you have the ability to put in that zip code as well. Check to see if there's a restaurant around you that maybe you can get $10, $15 off, and obviously use it. And so I think this is very useful, like I said, not just for where you live or where you work, but also if you wanted to travel. And
James,
then
we do have two questions for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Can your family members have an access to PerkSpot as well?
They can. So as I said before on the login page here, if I quickly log out, create your account. So if you work for the County of San Diego and you wanted your mom or dad to be able to have access to PerkSpot as well, give them the link here or show them to the link, sdcounty.perkspot.com, create your account. And that is where they will come in here to create their account. First name, last name, and email is technically is the only thing that really you need. You don't need to put in here your location or your gender or anything else. You simply need to first name, last name, your email address, and then your password. And you have the ability to come to the bottom here and register. I'm glad that this question was asked because I kind of skipped it, so I do apologize for that. But if anyone in your family or close friends want access to here, San Diego County and the HR team that I work with has given us the ability to keep this, as we call, an open community. And so people do have the ability to create those accounts. If you did want to get a little more personal, to add some information in here, you do have the ability to add country, language, zip code, work zip code, and then coming down here, these are two communication preferences that you have the ability to either unsubscribe from or resubscribe to. And so the top offers and updates, that email will come to your email address usually on Monday. And then the loop is a newsletter that we create internally that has to do with current events. That usually comes on Wednesday or Thursday. You do have the ability, as I said here, to unsubscribe from those if you'd like. They do have a lot of useful information. The top offers and updates is usually the one that I mentioned earlier, has a lot of the newest offers that we have. So I do suggest keeping that one if you wanted to unsubscribe from anything, but it does give you the ability here to come in here and kind of choose your preferences if you'd like.
Okay, the next question is, can we suggest vendors for you?
I'm sorry, you cut out there a little bit. I think I know what your question was.
I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Can we suggest vendors for you to review?
Yeah, that is a great question. So as I mentioned, when you log in, you'll see your name up here. The My Interests was the first link that I said I suggest going to. The next one, if again you look through the categories, nothing's there you want, you search and maybe there's still not something there that you're looking for, suggest a business would be where you'd go for that. And so what you do underneath this link is you fill out as much information about the specific business as you know. You can see nothing here is really, what's the word I'm looking for, is not absolutely needed. So please just fill out as much as you can. Business name, street address, city, state, zip. If you have a contact there, that's even better. And then your name and email. And so what this does, if it is a national business, if it's a local business, completely up to you what you want to put through here. But what this then triggers on our side is it gives our merchant team an email letting us know that Joe Smith at San Diego County reached out. He's looking for XYZ company to have a discount for. And so it then requires that team to reach out to XYZ company. I believe it's 4 times within a 5-day period. So whether that be email, whether that be phone call, whatever the situation is, they will reach out, negotiate on your behalf, obviously using your request as some leverage. So let them know that the demand is there. And then what we will do is if that discount does come through and we're able to get it, whatever is entered here, that person will then be emailed, letting them know that, hey, look, we got your inquiry. We were able to negotiate on your behalf, and here is the link to the discount itself. And so that is a great question, and anyone has access to do this. It's not an admin. It's not just people who work there. If anyone, family or friend signs up as well, they have the ability to do it as well.
Great, thank you.
Of course.
You have a few more questions. Do you want to wait till you're done with your presentation and then we'll answer those?
No, we can take them now. I'm more than happy to answer them now.
Okay. Is there an app for iPhone or Android?
Great question. So there is, though it is not available just yet. We are at the end of September here. Our hope across the board for all of our clients is going to be probably late November, December, that app will be available. I mentioned in the beginning with the PowerPoint presentation that if you type in sdcounty.perkspot.com into your web browser on your phone or your tablet, the system itself will adapt to the screen that it's in, and it will kind of look like an app. So you do have the ability to use it on your phone, but it is not an app itself just yet. We are probably 90% of the way there, but it will be coming out soon. And as long as you have an SD County PerkSpot page and your email is registered with us, you will start receiving updates on when that app will be coming out here, probably within the next 4 to 5 weeks.
Great.
Yep.
Okay, and then we have 2 similar questions where they're asking if you need a county email or can you use any email? And I believe you answered that it can be any email to use the account.
Yeah, no, great question. So when you come in here to the login page, so the San Diego HR team lets you guys know that PerkSpot's available with this link here. When you come in there, if you don't have an account, when you come to create your account, you can use any email you'd like. It does not have to be your county email. It can be a personal email if you'd like to get some of these updates at home as well.
Okay, and this one says that they've talked with a PerkSpot employee via phone and they've asked for an employer code or an employee number. I didn't have one, so they looked up me by county email. Is there currently a way of identifying us as San Diego County employees eligible for the program? And if not, where do I find this code?
Can I guess a follow-up question there, because I'm not fully understanding. What was the I guess reasoning for reaching out to the team? What were you ultimately trying to achieve?
Okay, so I'll see if they respond and I'll let you know if you want to go ahead and continue. That's all of our questions for right now.
No, of course. And so again, I've went over so far some of the different things that I think would be best for you to do once you come onto the site, because we want the user experience when you're on here to be, number one, as easy to use, and number two, as useful to use when you're on here, which means seeing things that you want to see. So outside of kind of updating the My Interest link here, there are different things that you can see within these different tabs. So I'll go through as many of these tabs as I can before obviously the time runs out. And again, I am more than happy to answer questions as they come in. So we went through the categories. We went through the perks near you. So I'll start here with new perks. I mentioned this earlier with one of the questions in terms of the new perks that come through. And so we are averaging somewhere around 24 to 28 different discounts that are new that come through per day. So these are always going to be here. I believe they'll stay on the site for 2 to 3 weeks, and then they'll go into their particular category. But as you can see here, a lot of these are new. A lot of these are discounts that are kind of up and coming companies or companies that have just put out a new product or some type of new system or subscription that they want to obviously pass out. Paramount, Coinbase, you keep going down, you'll see some big brand names in here, Samsonite, JCPenney, Simply Safe, KitchenAid. So there are some big brand names in here that you guys do have the ability to purchase from with a discount. And so my main recommendation, if you are coming on here once a week, or maybe if you're coming on here once a month, is always check in the new perks section here, because you will see something new each time that you are on here. And so, as I said, these will be updated as long as new discounts are coming through. And I do think that this is a really important piece of the site because it kind of gives you something new to look at each time. You obviously can always go back to the home page here with that home button. And then the next tab over here is the Travel Discount Center. And so this is something that our team has put a lot of work into over the years to make sure that it's easy to use. And so on the same token that we use with all the discounts we have where we uniquely negotiate, we do the same with different travel sites and different, specifically rent-a-cars, as you can see here below, but also different hotels, different resorts, things of that nature. If you come to this travel site here, it does work as similar to some of the main hub travel sites that you've used, the Expedias, things of that nature. You type in your city, check-in date, check-out date, who's going, search hotels. Same with rent-a-cars. You do all the negotiating, not negotiating. You do all the searching here within the view offer. Flights. We are currently partnered with Cheap Air and Cheapo Air. I do think that a couple of the main sites like Southwest, United, American, we are currently renewing. I can't say that they're on there right now, but I do believe that they will be on there shortly. And then cruises, same thing. In terms of negotiating, they will be here at the bottom. You click on the view all offers, and that's how you would go through to purchase said transportation. You will see here some of the hot deals, the ones that are the cheapest at the moment with the average savings off. Obviously, you can click here and use those as well. The travel center that we have is one of our biggest sellers in terms of all of our clients and on them using the site itself. We do see savings on average, regardless of industry that we work with, is somewhere between 20 and 22%. So it is very high. I know with a lot of the openings going on across the country with people kind of traveling more, this has been something that did obviously take a big hit for us during the pandemic, but has been opening up a little bit more, and people have definitely been taking advantage of it. I did see another question come through. Is there something else that I could answer real quick?
Yeah, we did get a response to the person who was asking about the employee code. They said that they were looking into one of the discounts and the representative asked for an employer code. Not sure if they were just wanting to look up discounts specific to the county, but it sounded as if they were needing, it was needed in order for me to receive the discount.
Understood. So it doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. Where we've seen it the most is typically with phones and cell phone discounts, whether it be getting a plan for cheaper, whether it be physically purchasing a phone for cheaper. But when that happens, when you go to for example, T-Mobile or Samsung, to purchase a plan with them, they will ask for what is your company code. And at that time, they're looking for the company code for PerkSpot because we're the ones that have the relationship with them. And there was a code that they gave us similar to any kind of checkout code that you would use while purchasing online. And that code is needed for you typically in order to purchase XYZ. And so if it is cell phone related, which again, it wasn't specified in the question, please reach back out to us. I mentioned before, cs@perkspot.com will be the email address that we would reach out to be able to give you that code. And again, I apologize if that's not really an answer that you're looking for. It is hit and miss every now and then, specifically with the cell phones. But if there is ever a code required, please just reach out to us. We can provide that code for you, and then you'll be able to go back and purchase that.
Great, thank you.
course.
If we encounter a problem with the vendor, can we report it to PerkSpot? And if yes, how?
Great question. So I assume that if there's an issue, it's normally related to discount codes maybe not working, maybe the site is down, whatever the situation is. And so if you want to, you can reach out to me here at my email address. The only reason I don't normally suggest that first is because my customer service team is more than just one person. So they have the ability to get back to you a lot faster than myself. So I would suggest reaching out to them at CS, C as in Charlie, S as in Sam, at perkspot.com. So they will be able to assist you and get back to you and solve your issue with whatever merchant or offer that you're having troubles with.
Great. Okay. Next question. Is it possible that family members, friends may have a problem renting cars, etc., if they are asked for proof of employment, ID badge, etc., as part of belonging to PerkSpot? How would they handle that?
That is a great question. So typically with rent-a-cars, and this is something that has come up before, and again, it is something that varies from rent-a-car company to rent-a-car company. And so when you're filling it out, typically nowadays, unless you are traveling a lot, which I don't know a lot of people that are, but you do have the ability to rent that car online. And all of the discounts that we have through the site. So like, for example, if we just went and looked up how to do that real quick, and let me see if I can knock this out quickly. When you click the Shop Now button, it does take you to the enterprise site. And so when you get transferred from this stcounty.perkspot.com page to the rent-a-car site, you will see here the URL rentalcar.com/perkspot. This is where you will choose, and we have worked with, as you can see, Alamo, Enterprise, and National, so that the discount will just flow through when you are checking out. You see here underneath special details, there aren't any discount codes, there aren't anything that you need to input. So the discount itself should be able to go through when you are logging in. When you are logging out to purchase said car to rent. But if for whatever reason they are asking for a badge or asking for something of that nature, feel free to reach out to our customer service team. You shouldn't have an issue with that because it can be purchased online. But if there is an issue with that, I would suggest our cs@perkspot.com team, or to reach out to them as quickly as you can.
And I do see that on the offer restrictions, it says that this offer can only be done online.
Correct. And so typically, and again, it varies, so it could definitely happen. But if they're asking for you maybe like pay when you get there or show something when you get there, reach out to our team ahead of time, but you should be able to at least make the purchase online.
Okay, great. And then again, about requesting a code, what's the email address if they need to request a code that
Sure.
you've been talking about?
Of course, it is CS, so C as in Charlie, S as in Sam, at PerkSpot.com, PerkSpot.com.
Great. And there are no other questions at this time, and it
Okay.
happens to be 10:32. So uh, would you like to restart your presentation and then people can ask questions for those who came in late?
Yeah, of course. I can definitely do that. Give me a second here to stop sharing and pull up the presentation again.
Thank you.
Yep. One second here. There we go. All right, so it should be in presentation form. Carly, can you confirm that that's the case?
It is. Thank you.
Oh, okay, cool. So for anyone who's new to the benefits fair here today, my name is James. I am a senior account manager here at PerkSpot. I've been working with San Diego County for, at this point, almost 2 years. I work closely with your HR team to make sure that no one has any issues logging into PerkSpot. No one has any issues going through and purchasing a product. And so that is my main responsibility, to make sure that everything on your end is good to go. And also, something that I try and do is get as many people onto the site as I can with different promos, different giveaways, things of that nature. And so what I want to do today is just give you a quick breakdown of a little bit of a history of PerkSpot, kind of what we do. And then I will go into a demo of the site and show you some places within the site that I recommend you go first so that you have the best user experience when you log in tomorrow or next week. So a little bit about PerkSpot. We are a discount platform where we have different discounts and offers with thousands of different merchants around the country. These discounts are unique in the sense that they have been individually negotiated by our merchant team, so that any discount that you see on this site in terms of the percentage, in terms of how long it is available, you will not find elsewhere on the internet. And so that is kind of what separates us from some of the larger discount providers. And it's something that we truly pride ourselves on. The PerkSpot technology itself. So you have the ability to log into PerkSpot from desktop, laptop, phone, as well as a tablet. You will see when you log into your PerkSpot page, it has been custom branded to San Diego County. So we'll have the San Diego County logo, you'll have the colors, and then we'll have any perks that your team has negotiated. I mentioned the devices before, and I will get into the perks built for you here in a second. The one thing that may be a little tricky when you are logging in via your phone or your tablet, we do not have a mobile app available right now. The mobile app is very close to being completed. I would say we're probably 90%, maybe 95% of the way there. But if you log in to sdcounty.perkspot.com via your phone or tablet, the home screen itself, it has a template within it and has the ability to almost look like an app when it's on your phone. So please don't shy away from logging in on those devices, though, because it can be used on those devices as well. When you team with PerkSpot, there are two things on here that I really wanted to highlight. The first is our customer service. So we have, I believe, 10 members of the customer service team that are available to you at all times. Typically, they are in the office, I would say 8 o'clock Central to probably 6 p.m. Central. Any kind of questions you have at all, I always suggest my clients go to them. I'm always willing to help and always willing to give a hand, but the customer service team has, I believe, 10 people that are going to be able to get back to you a lot faster than myself. So in terms of customer service, they are great. They're always going to help and help you the entirety of the way. If something takes some going back and forth with, they'll stay with you the entire time. Pardon me. And then the other one here underneath evaluation is going to be our merchant reliability and stability. So our merchant team, as I said before, individually negotiates all of those discounts and offers that you see on the site. If those offers expire, if those offers aren't working for whatever reason, all of our merchants have individual relationships with the discounts that we have on the site. So we go directly to the source to get it fixed for you, make sure that it works. We haven't had a lot of issues with discounts not working, as we double and triple check that they are still available for you and your team. But if, again, anything does happen, our customer service team or myself, we can reach out to, and then we will get in touch with our merchant team to make sure that gets corrected for you. And this is what the County of San Diego homepage will look like. So give me a quick second here. I'm going to switch my screen over to the homepage and run through a quick demo of, like I said, different places on there that I believe are the most useful for you to go. All right, I'm now sharing the login page. Carly, can you confirm this can be seen by everyone?
Yes, thank you.
Of course. So I'm showing you this page here because this is the page that the San Diego County HR team currently advertises within your bulletin boards and intranet and things of that nature. So the URL itself is sdcounty.perkspot.com. Feel free to use that, like I said, with any device to be able to log in. But this will be the page that you will see when you are trying to log in. If you already have an account, typically your email address will show up here. Type in your password and sign in, and you're all good to go. If you do not have an account yet, you will see here, create your account. You click on this button here, it takes you to the create an account page. The only real information here that is required in order for you to create a page is first name, last name, email address, as well as a password. You can, if you'd like, enter your gender, your location, so that which I'll get to, and then also your communication preferences. So you have the ability to subscribe or unsubscribe from these particular communications throughout the week, based on if you want to or not. Top offers and updates is an email we send out with all of our newest offers, as well as the top offers within the San Diego community. That email usually comes out on Mondays, sometimes Tuesdays. And then the loop is a newsletter that we create every single week that deals with current events that somehow get intertwined with PerkSpot. And so you have the ability to subscribe or unsubscribe when you create your account to both of those different communications. The location piece, most people would shy away from that. They do have the ability, which I will show you, to enter your zip code in a different aspect of the site to still get the same effect. So again, don't need to enter your location if you don't want to.
Okay, and there's just a quick question.
Yeah, of course.
Can we create 2 or more accounts to have access via multiple emails?
That is a great question. You absolutely can. So if you have a work email that you want to create an account for, you have a personal email you want to create an account for, maybe you share an email with somebody. Feel free to come in here and put that email in with your first name, last name, and password, and you will have multiple accounts. If for whatever reason you want to remove one of those accounts at some point, reach out to our team, reach out to your HR team, and let us know you'd like to deactivate or remove one of those accounts, and we can make that happen for you.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. So this was the login page, which is, as I said, kind of a subset of the landing page. So again, this will be the URL that you will see throughout your corporate intranet and bulletin board pages. Once your account is created, you have the ability here then to sign in. And so this page you see here is kind of what that last slide of my small PowerPoint presentation was. Whatever email address that you decided to log in with, you will see it here. Whether it be personal, whether it be your corporate, whatever it is, this will ultimately confirm that your account is created with this email address. I typically tell any single person that I talk to about PerkSpot to make sure that the first thing you do when you log in is click this little link here called My Interests. What My Interest is showing you here, Perks Built for You, is it's giving you the different categories that all of our offers are filtered through. You can see here that some of these are highlighted in blue, some are in white. You have the ability to come in here and remove any discounts that you'd like and select new ones. So we are asking you to do this because ultimately we want you to have the best user experience you can. And you don't want to see discounts that don't really associate with your life or things that you'd like, because there wouldn't be any use for that. So myself personally, I just moved. And so what I'm trying to do is trying to get some furniture in my new place. And so there are a few different categories on here that I could select to help with that. But in terms of the presentation itself, I'll give you the full gamut of all of the different ones that you can choose from. But once you go through here and you select the ones that you want to see, you come to the bottom, click Got It. And what this will do is this will then populate your recommended for use section here. These 4 discounts here are within the categories that you selected. And so this will change each time that you log in based on the categories that you selected. So it won't be anything that you'll see 4 or 5 times in a row logging in. It will change up each time. You can obviously edit it right here as well. Top interest, it'll take you to that same page I just mentioned. The other thing here within this part of the page I wanted to show you is over here to the left-hand side. Most popular savings viewed by San Diego County employees. This is a top 5 that I do believe will rotate every 3 to 4 days, depending on how many people log into each of these different discounts. Top 5 right now for your community is Apple, Disneyland, Universal Studios, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and Samsung. I think this is useful for people who maybe don't visit the site a whole bunch, but still want to see what people within the San Diego County community are looking at. Maybe if you're logging through the site and don't see something on there, but it shows up in the top 5, there you go. It gives you another reason to kind of look in to see what that discount is about. Scrolling down a little bit, the other section here I wanted to show was most popular categories viewed by San Diego County employees: electronics, flowers and gifts, outdoors and recreation, tickets and attraction, and travel. The categories, which I'll get to here in a second, that is how all of our offers are separated. And so when people come into the site, typically they'll come here to the category section that allows them to then search whatever category they'd like. Typically when someone comes to this section, they are just kind of looking around. But if there's something that you know you need or that you want, typically it will be underneath one of these categories. If for whatever reason you don't see a category associated with what you're looking for, maybe you're looking for something very particular and it's not within any of these categories, or maybe it's between 2 or 3 different categories, you come up here into the search section and you have the ability to type in whatever you want. The example I gave in the last session was maybe a new couch. So if you type in couch here, click enter, loading results. So 2 results for couch, and these are underneath different brands. So if I'm in the market for a new couch, Overstock as well as Sidetrack. These are 2 brands that we work with that sell couches that I can look through to possibly get what I'm looking for. So if you go into the category section and it fails you, please select something within the search section, and it will, as I said, give you different subsets of what you're looking for to hopefully get you to your end result. I stop there because if that also fails you, so you select the categories, nothing was in there. You searched for it, didn't get you what you wanted. The last and final step here will be this little link here called Suggest a Business. And what Suggest a Business is, let me click here and just show you real quick. What Suggest a Business is it's a platform for you guys to use to let us know what you want to see. And so again, like I said, if there's something that you're looking for that's not either in those two first search results, come in here, fill out as much information as you can about the particular brand or product that you are looking for. Business name, street name, city, state, zip if you have it. Business contact is even better. Any additional info that you want to add, and then your name and your email address. Once you click submit, what this does is it then triggers my merchant team to reach out to this particular business. I believe it's 4 times within a 5-day period, whether that be through email, whether that be through phone call, whatever the situation is. After they have exhausted all of their options for reach out, the hope is that we can get a discount for you. And if that is the case, whoever entered their name here and their email will receive an email from us. That email will state something along the lines of, we have been able to negotiate the offer you were looking for. Here's the link for that offer. Please click here or log in to see it. And so from then on, you will have access to that discount for as long as it's on the site. But this gives not only just the admins or the San Diego County HR team the ability to suggest a merchant, this gives everyone the ability to suggest a merchant. So this will be here for underneath everyone's page. Any questions so far if I stop here quickly?
We do not have any questions at this time. If you do have questions, please go ahead and type them and we'll get them answered for you.
Perfect. One other section here that I think is important to look at when you're either logging in for your first time or kind of just looking around is right here, the tab called Perks Near You. If you click this tab, I'm going to put in a different zip code here. What this tab is this tab gives you the ability to search different zip codes, either where you live, where you work, or maybe you're vacationing somewhere. I typed in 60601. It is a very popular zip code in the Chicagoland area where I'm located. And so as you can see here, the different categories that we have are populating within the city itself. You can filter them here by food, wellness, education, shopping, etc. And so, as I said, if you want to do the San Diego zip code, if you want to do somewhere where you're vacationing, I'm pretty confident that there will be something close to you, more than likely a restaurant where you can save a few bucks and go out and have a good meal. If you wanted to know exactly what you're getting, you can scroll here and you can see kind of what the discount itself is. $45, $3, $15, whatever it may be. It's a good way to utilize the site for not just kind of when you're at work or not just when you're at home, but also if you are out and about.
Okay, and then will you please review again about whether or not somebody needs a county group number to use their PerkSpots and how that works?
Yeah, of course. And so, well, yeah, I can run through it, and then the hope is that whoever asked that question, if they can, pardon me, provide a little more specifics in terms of the instance that they had with this code. Hopefully, I can be a little more specific in my answer. But in terms of the code itself, so let me just go into a particular discount to just show you kind of what we're talking about. No, that's not what I wanted. So if you go, let's try this. Nope, I apologize. Let's try something else here to see if I can make it a little easier for you. So when you go into one of our offers, you will see the different details, offer restrictions, and then a majority of the time you will see a one-time use code. So you can copy this into your checkout. For this example, when you're on the Ray-Ban site, or if you click copy code and shop now, it will transfer that code onto the site that you are shopping at so that you don't need to enter it when you're checking out. In the instance for the county code, typically that is asked for when you are either looking into buying a car or when it's something with cell phones. Those are the two categories we see the most in when asked for codes. You shouldn't be asked that. If you are asked that, what the merchant is typically looking for is the county code associated with the relationship with that company and PerkSpot. PerkSpot has the relationship with that company. They gave us a code when they put it on, or sorry, when their offer went onto our site, and that's what they're looking for. We've noticed that that code normally isn't asked for online. It's normally asked for in person. And so they ask that we give it to them by instance, so that it's not public on the site. And so we do ask that if you ever asked for a code, like I said, the two main categories are auto buying as well as cell phones. Please reach out to our customer service team and they can provide that code for you, or they can give you a workaround to still purchase what you'd like to purchase. Our customer service email address is CS, so C is in Charlie, S is in Sam, at PerkSpot.com, and they will no doubt be able to help you.
And I know that we keep on talking about an email address. Is there a telephone number in case they want to speak to somebody directly?
There is. Let me see if I can find that for you. Can I provide that maybe a minute or so before we are done?
Sure.
Okay, let me do that for you then. I want to see maybe if it's the bottom here. Let me check. Yep, there used to be something here. There obviously is not anymore. But yeah, let me provide that phone number for you here shortly.
Perfect. Thank you.
Of course. Is there any other questions that I can answer right now for the team?
Nope, I think someone read my mind because their question was, does customer service have a phone number?
There you go. There you go. I will get that here shortly, within the next 5 minutes or so.
Great.
So in terms of the site itself, I ran through a lot of the different sections that I think are probably most important for someone new to look through and to make sure that they personalize so that you have the best user experience when you're on the site. Some of these next kind of tabs that I will run through are also things that are very unique for the site itself. But again, these tabs itself will be things that people will use after they've come on the site probably a few times. So the first one here is new perks. If you come in here to new perks, I believe I mentioned this in my little PowerPoint presentation, but we negotiate all of our discounts with someone one-on-one within all of these merchants. So Emma, Paramount, Coinbase, we all spoke with someone at these companies to get a unique discount. And so all the new discounts that we get, and it's averaging somewhere between like 24 and 28 per week. And so these discounts will be on this site here as they come on. So if something comes on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, it'll be uploaded within probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, it won't be there anymore. And so we do our best to continually get new discounts on here so you guys aren't seeing the same stuff every time. But they will be here where the new perks will be. So my suggestion is if someone's logging in weekly or someone's logging in each month and you have already personalized your account, is to come here under new perks. These are all brand new. There may be something on here that you didn't know you needed, but these are all brands that we have negotiated with individually. So I would suggest coming here. That was just, again, another perk. I'm sorry, not another perk. It was another tab that I think would be useful for someone to go to. Another tab that I wanted to bring up would be the Travel Discount Center. So obviously with last year being the year it was, The travel discount center was not used very often. We may have even taken it off the site for a while, but now with some of the restrictions being lifted and vaccines, people have the ability to travel if they choose to. And so similar to the Southwests and the Uniteds and the Expedias, we have the ability to search city, check-in date, checkout date, same type of information that those different sites are looking for. You can do it here on PerkSpot. Hotels, rental cars, flights, and cruises are the four kind of subset categories that we kind of try and filter it by. But you can also scroll farther down and kind of see some of those different merchants that we work with. Enterprise, Avis, Alamo, Budget, different hotels, a couple different lodges, different airfare. So please feel free before you purchase any flights or any vacations to check here first. We do see on average, when someone does purchase something through our travel discount center, a savings of anywhere between 20 and 22%. People, once the restrictions came up, were kind of flocking to this site and purchasing a lot of different travel. But for the most part, it is going to be completely unique to wherever you want to go. Some of the deals that you see here off to the right are deals that have our largest discounts or our largest percentage off. So Florida, Aruba, Redondo Beach. So again, some of these may pop up where you want to go. I would always suggest if you ever have travel in your sites for the next few weeks, please just come here first and take a peek and see kind of how much you can save.
Great. And James, we have about 2 more minutes left. So
Yep.
I think we're just missing the phone number. And
Yep.
then unless anybody has any other questions, then we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing and go grab that for you.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, so the phone number that everyone has the ability to use and call. So obviously I mentioned the customer service email address, cs@perkspot.com. You also have the ability to call 866-606-6057. Again, that is 866-606-6057. And those hours are typically 8 a.m. Central Time to around 6 p.m. Central Time.
Great. And are those the same customer service that you were talking about who also answer the email?
That is correct. Yep. So that's the exact same team, the exact same, I believe, 10 or so individuals.
Go ahead and respond to that in the chat. Unless there's any other questions, it's now 11 o'clock. We'll go ahead and stop the recording.